Hi guys, and welcome to another F1 Clash video by myself as a WF1. This week we continue our track guide and I bring you the next track on my list with the best strategies that I use week in, week out for that track. If you do like these videos, please do give me a like. Any comments or questions do obviously leave below, and if you can, please do subscribe. It does mean the world to me. So let's get on with it. Let's get into our next track and show you the best strategies that I use each race. Thanks guys. Here we go with Italy and Imola then. One of my favourite tracks on this F1 Clash game. I will show you a couple of strategies here, and the first one will be my GP strategy, so exactly what I do in GP, and we are going to split the strategies, okay? So we are going to use some tyre boost and overtaking on Bottas, and with Stroll, I don't really want to use too much on here, so I'm just going to leave him off. I don't need to use a boost on here, but now I will say that if you want to do this strategy without boosts, you will just need to go to hards with Bottas probably if you're using whatever driver. You might not necessarily get four lap with mediums, and that's why I use Street Shark or a bit of a tyre boost to make sure I get them full 4 laps. So what we're going to do then, we're going to do a 3-3-2 with Stroll and a 4-4 with Bottas. So if you ever watch my GP rounds on Imola, I do exactly the same strategy. And if you're not using boost, just use a hard tyre is absolutely fine for the second driver. So Stroll in P9, so this is what we want to improve on. We want to improve on P9 and P11, and then in the second video for this track, which will follow straight away after this one, I'll show you an amazing strategy for anybody whose drivers start near the back or midfield. So keep waiting for that one. Make sure you do watch this second race after this one. If you don't watch it, you're going to miss out on a massive part of this track guide, okay? So Stroll this lap then will be coming into the pits, and we are going to go to medium tyres. Now, I might service, I might not, depending on if I've got about 70% left, I'll probably won't service. And Bottas, we are going to just start to boost now for another lap. And I am going to push Stroll actually, just so he doesn't get caught in team orders. So we are going to come back and do a bit of servicing. It's only about a second, so it won't hurt too much. So Stroll comes in. Bottas carries on down the straight. And will he get past Gasly? Not yet. But we will come back for mediums. Stroll comes out in a nice bit of air. And what we're doing, the second race will show you this, but we are doing an undercut. And the undercut is very powerful at Imola. And in this video, because we've started near the front, we are going to counter traffic, which makes it more difficult. But Bottas' strategy is really good for this one. So we come in with Bottas. Stroll's not making any movement whatsoever yet. He's stuck behind some hard, slow tyres. And they come out of the pits, and Stroll is 10th. Make that 9th. So Stroll's still got another lap of this, remember. So we are probably going to get caught in a bit of team orders here. But hopefully Stroll can get past Sainz. And hopefully Bottas holds him up a little bit. Like now. Yeah, there we go. Good teamwork by the guys. Sometimes teamwork does work, and that is one example right there. So Stroll will come back on this lap, and we'll go for soft tyres, and we'll roughly have about 1 3/4 lap. Bottas, we're going to boost at the corner here, and Bottas will now go to the end of the race full boost, and you can see already he's going to actually get ahead of some pit stops. So Stroll into 6th, who's going to be pitting. So you could argue that why don't I use both drivers on the same strategy like Bottas, because obviously clearly this race that strategy is working a lot better. Well, the chances are, guys, you don't know what's going to work until you actually go and you see what happens. It depends what the AI do, it depends what your rival does, it depends how much traffic you get in. If the AI is doing longer pit stops, you just don't know what you're going to get. And if you put both drivers on the same strategy, if that strategy doesn't work, both drivers will fail. And if you can't get the gap, you'll be double stacking drivers as well. So we're running out of tyres on Bottas. We're going to try and get P5 and then cut down. As Stroll will get ahead a few pit stops now into 10th place. And Stroll now into P5, so I will cut down. Stroll trying to take 9th place, but not quite. And it's still P5 for Bottas, who's going to come across the line on P5. Stroll is running out of fuel, so he's going to do a P9 potentially here. We will push to the little bit at the end just to keep the P9. So that's what you can do on GP strategies. However, Stroll did suffer when he pitted early. So just watch out for what the AI is doing and if you're going to come back on traffic for that one. Imola then with our 2-week drive. Race number 2 of Imola. And we, like I said in the first one, we are using 2 drivers that are going to start nearer the back of the grid, or maybe in the middle compared to at the front. And you can see the qualifying is 14th and 15th this time, and we are going to go for the same strategies, but this time we are going to do the soft medium and a soft medium soft. So in the first race it didn't really work out for, I think it was Stroll when he did this strategy, but this video will clearly show you how it can work, and you will do an amazing undercut every single time you play this one, okay? So it does work. It is a bit of a to and from, whether or not it will work, it depends on the AI. But if not, do a medium or a hard, that works perfectly. And let's show you the soft medium, or the soft, or soft medium soft I should say, on this one. So we've got Latifi 12 and Albon 14th, both on the same strategy as we start lap 2. A lot of cars in the way at the moment, and you might be thinking, well, you're going to double stack if you follow the same strategy, and this is where we won't. So watch out for this one. All the cars ahead are medium and hard, so they're going to be doing 3 or 4 laps, and we're actually going to bring Albon in for a set of medium tyres on lap 14. And this is what you need to do if you're near the back and have a look at for most tracks, okay? So Latifi will try and get ahead, but Albon we're going to bring into the pits, and we're going to go for that medium tyre. You'll notice that I didn't do any servicing, and that's because I want the quickest pit stop possible to get out without any sort of second wasted. We'll bring Latifi in this lap, and we'll go on to the medium tyres, so we'll also do 3 laps, and we'll just close that gap a little bit to the car in front. Albon's sitting 23rd, so obviously remember he was 14th, and he's had the whole back part of that track where he can just fly with no traffic at all. And you can already see after that there, first lap for Albon on his own, we're already on to 13th place. And we're just getting started, guys. So P13, P15. And Albon's still making his way now. So Albon up to 11th. And hopefully a lot of the cars now who are on mediums or hards will come into the pits. And Albon should make a massive jump up the field. So obviously we'll bring him in this lap. But look at that, guys. An undercut from 14th place has got us all the way up to 2nd in 2 laps. That is the power of the undercut at Imola. So one to keep an eye out, guys, because that works an absolute treat. Latifi's in 7th and arguably doing okay. Albon's going to come back in the pits, and we're going to go for a medium again. because we've still got nearly 4 laps of fuel, and I'm just going to use him as hard as I can. So Latifi out in still 7th. We'll have to come back to the pits though. Albon won't, as we get Latifi by into 5th now, even into 4th. Latifi's got up into 4th, and Albon's sitting there in 7th. So we've already gained 7 positions for Albon, and we haven't even pitted yet. Sorry, we've used all our pit stops up, so we're in a great place with Albon in P7. Should have a few pit stops this time round, and there is indeed. So Albon up to P5, as Latifi will come out the pits on soft tyres. And like I said, guys, sometimes it can be hit and miss with traffic. As you can see, Latifi gets out in 15th place, but Albon up to P3 already. And both of these videos should give you a good indication that if you want to undercut, you can go for the 2-stopper. If you want to go on a long run and use a boost, you can go to the medium, or hard and hard. So Albon 2nd place. Latifi's struggling to get past, but that's okay. That's not too bad. Ideally, it's wanting to show you Albon's rise up the occasion. As Latifi now in 10th place. Probably looking at maybe a 9th place finish here for Latifi potentially, as he gets P9. As Albon's going to come across the line and finish 2nd. So wonderful, wonderful run on that undercut. Guys, you need to use the undercut if you're near the back. As Latifi now actually up to 7th. And that is Imola done and dusted. So give them strategies a shot, guys. Let me know in the comments how you get on. If you're at the back, do an undercut.